Welcome to the BTM Club Show. As usual, we are always bringing you the best of the best. And today we are coming live from Crazy Coq's in Piccadilly Circus, Zadel's, because this wonderful queen here is performing here live tonight. It is her last night. She's been here 3 nights in a row. How she does it, I don't know. Got more energy than me. But here we have the wonderful Madeline Bell.
Hello.
Lovely to see you, darling.
Thank you, darling.
Always a pleasure to be in your company. You know that.
You got such good taste.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been handed down, you know. It's that good taste has been handed down. How have you been? Well, I can see you're fabulous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my usual reply nowadays when people ask me how am I or how have I been, it's usually I could be better, but then I could be a lot worse.
Emphasis on I could be a lot worse.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I'm still here, still breathing, so I'm
still
I'm
performing,
okay.
still being fabulous at Crazy Coq's in the West End.
It's amazing because when I first came to London in 1962, we stayed in a hotel right next door for 15 weeks.
Really?
So for me, this is almost like really going back to my roots.
So when you first came, let's go back to that. When did you say 1962?
62, June 1962.
And that was to do what? What were you
Black Nativity.
Okay.
It was the musical, Langston Hughes musical, Black Nativity.
Langston Hughes, yeah.
And we performed at Criterion across the road. And we were supposed to be here for 6 weeks. Be in Europe for 6 weeks, 4 weeks in Italy, and then 2 weeks in London to record the show for Associated Rediffusion Television, which doesn't exist anymore.
Rediffusion doesn't exist anymore, no. Definitely not.
And this impresario went to the producers and said, I've got a theater that, and I'd like to put the show on. And we stayed for 14 months.
14 months.
Yeah.
But the initial...
It was supposed to be 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's how things can change.
Yeah.
That's how things can really change in an instant.
In an instant, yeah. No business like show business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, was the show cast in the U.S. or was it cast here?
It was cast in the U.S. and everyone in the show was from the U.S. And we played off-Broadway from late, I think it was November, December 1961 into 1962. And then we came to Europe in June 1962. And we stayed, and I'm still here.
And you're still here since 1962. It's true.
Yeah.
You know, you've had various flutters around, but you know, they've always been back to the UK.
Yeah.
So it's a special place in your heart.
Yeah.
But for what reason?
Well, this place being a special place, or the whole of London?
The UK in general.
Well, the UK, I started my career, my solo career in the UK, and thanks to Dusty, Mary, thank you, Dusty Springfield, she gave me my first session in 1964.
Right.
So I was sort of paying my dues, doing the American bases all over the UK as well as Germany, and trying to earn a living. But it was either do that or go back to the States, and I didn't want to go back to the States because I'd had a couple of bad experiences in the South.
Right.
You know, and the South has always been what it was then and still is now.
And still is now.
Yeah. So I was determined that I was going to stay here, and I'm still in Europe. I can't say I'm still here because I now live in Spain.
Yeah.
You know, I keep saying I top up my tan.
But really and truly, you know, it's interesting. I love speaking with you because you're always very frank and open, and you can see you've come to this stage where it's like, you know what? I don't care because I know I'm speaking truth.
Yeah.
So I can speak my mind freely and it can't be challenged.
Yeah. I tell it like it is as far as I'm concerned. I don't have to make excuses anymore. You know, in the early days, you had to apologize and everything. I don't do that anymore.
And I love that you say that you had bad experiences in the South.
Yeah.
and it still is today what it was then. And if you think what Strange Fruit, you know, it was about what was going on when they were touring the South. And then here's you saying, I left in 1962 because that was happening then. And here we are in 2026, and you're saying, still, well, you know, it's still happening.
And unfortunately, the administration in America's White House, I won't go into names.
No, let's not.
I refuse to mention that name.
Because we want our interview to air.
They've given a platform to the people who were doing what they were doing when I was there in 1962, but now they used to keep it secret.
The children and the grandchildren that are doing it.
It's not secret anymore. It's out in your face.
And you kind of think, well, it hasn't really moved forward.
No.
It's just been handed down. Which is
kept in the closet.
Quite perturbing. Quite perturbing.
But now here we are in
2026,
going into 2027 soon. It's amazing to think that now this is the end. This is the end of the first 6 months.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Now the evenings start to get darker. A minute every night until we're in blackness, darkness by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now tell me about your gospel beginnings.
Well, I started out singing in church, like most singers that I know. I started out in Newark, New Jersey, which is this, I call it the city of singers, because my mom's best friend, though there were 3 years difference in their age, her best friend was Sarah Vaughan. And Sarah Vaughan was raised in Newark, New Jersey, and my first job in the supermarket when I was expelled from school was...
Can you believe this delicate lady was expelled from school? I cannot believe that. She's just saying that to make the interview interesting.
I was expelled from school, and within an hour of being expelled from school, I had a job working in the supermarket, and part of my job was delivering groceries in the trolley with my white apron on and everything. And I used to deliver to Mr. and Mrs. Vaughan, and I didn't know who they were. Until one day Mrs. Vaughan said, honey, just wait in the living room and I'll go upstairs and get some change for a tip. And as I walked into the living room, I saw this painting of Sarah, and the penny dropped. And I realized who it was. So Sarah Vaughan was the first
customer
to
have this lady going down the road with a trolley. There we are.
And my church, I went to Greater Abyssinian Baptist Church, even though I was baptized Methodist.
Right.
I decided that I was going to go to this Baptist church because they had more fun, as far as I was concerned. And our choir used to compete with the New Hope Baptist Church Choir, which consisted of Dionne Warwick, Dee Dee Warwick, and Cissy Houston, every fourth Sunday of the month.
Right.
So, and it was a competition, because the thing is, you had no chance of winning when you had those three in the choir. So,
there we are.
And I found out a lot later on, more recently, that Gloria Gaynor was in the same high school as me, but she was a year behind me. Comedians like Jerry Lewis was expelled from the same school I was expelled from. So Newark, New Jersey is renowned for having a lot of talent.
It really is, isn't it? That whole New Jersey thing.
Christopher Reeve, Superman. Count Basie is from New Jersey. Bruce Springsteen is from New Jersey. Tom Cruise is New Jersey. Jack Nicholson, New Jersey. I mean, I'm telling you.
There's that whole New Jersey, New York thing that is a lot. I call it the melting pot of talent.
There you go.
You know.
Thank you, Roger Cook, for that song.
We'll get to that later. But your background, as you say, was in the church, and it was gospel. But then you kind of moved away from that, and the Madeline Bell that we really know has not really been gospel. It's been more pop and jazz.
Well, the thing is, while I was doing Black Nativity, I didn't know anything about pop music. The first and only pop record I owned was "You Send Me" by Sam Cooke.
And that was considered pop.
Well, it was. It was his first hit, yeah, after he left the Soul Stirrers as a gospel singer. And so the only music I knew was Sam Cooke and, of course, Sarah Vaughan. And I got a recording contract, and my audition demo was me singing the Sarah Vaughan version of Tenderly. Yeah, but I got the contract, and that was after I decided to stay here. So all of this started, this solo career didn't start until I went back to the States after Black Nativity finished in August 1963, told my grandmother that I was coming back to Europe because I'd been given a recording contract, and she said, I quote her all the time, honey, opportunity rarely knocks more than once. You go over there and you do what you got to do. If it doesn't work out, then you always got a home to come back to. And I never went back.
But that's really encouraging and supportive.
Yeah.
And it made all the difference.
Yeah.
Gave you security that you know, well, I can take this risk, and I'll still have somewhere to fall back on. But as we know, that is not always celebrated. It's not always encouraged. We want you to have a proper job. So, you know, if you don't get the proper job, well, then you're out. So a lot of people probably who have had so much talent haven't had the security to take the risk that you had.
Yeah, and I had very little chance of having a proper job because I'd been expelled from school.
Right.
I mean, I was just 16. I turned 16 in July and was expelled from school when it reopened in September of 1950. 1958.
58.
So.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't have much of a choice, so when I was given this chance to do Black Nativity, which was wonderful thanks to Alex Bradford, and then staying in Europe, it's sort of snowballed. And like I say, I'm still here.
And still doing your thing here, the Crazy Cops.
Yeah.
Where's that?
To quote Elton John, I'm still standing.
Absolutely.
Just.
Well, at least you're without the cane this time.
No, the cane's in the dressing room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because
last time I saw you, which was earlier this year, you had the cane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can move around without it, but if I have to walk far, then I need to have it.
Because I saw you flying around here just now, you know, almost like you had wings.
Yeah. I even come on the stage carrying my cane, but I prop the cane up against the piano. Yeah. Just in case I might feel a bit faint.
So as I said, the real Madeline that we know is really the pop and jazz. That's what we know you for. But like most artists, as you say, the roots, the foundation, the training ground was the church.
The church.
And gospel.
Yeah.
Now, what is significant about this gig that is coming up, which this is all about, is that you have returned to your gospel.
We're talking about Cadogan Hall.
Oh, we are talking about Cadogan Hall,
which
indeed.
Which is the 6th of March, 2027.
There's it right there.
And
the
that
6th
picture,
of March, 19th.
That picture is of me from Black Nativity when I was 19 years old.
Look at that. Black Nativity.
Yeah.
19 years old. The 19-year-old Madeline.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that's at the Cadogan Hall.
Cadogan Hall, yeah. And once again, I'll repeat it, 6th of March, 2027. And it's going back to my roots. And because Matthew Jones and I have done 2 other concerts at Cadogan Hall. The first one was for my 80th birthday, which was it was actually after my birthday. It was in 2023. Right. And then the second concert was in 2024, was it, I think?
Right.
With Roger Cook. reuniting the members of Blue Mink. So the surviving members of Blue Mink were all on the same stage at the same time.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, and we've since lost Herbie, who's just such a sweetheart. I loved him so much. And Blue Mink really, we all got on so well.
Yeah.
And when we split up, we didn't split up because there was any sort of animosity between us. It was just our manager was ripping us off, so we thought we'd teach him a lesson, and we did.
We won't make anything for any of us.
No, yeah.
Exactly.
So, but doing this concert, Matthew suggested, he said, how's about doing a gospel concert? And I thought, yeah, okay. So he contacted Basil Mead, and whom I haven't seen or worked with in years, and the choir is so good anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it'll be the choir. I'm not sure how many voices will be on the stage with us, along with Paul Jones, formerly of Manfred Mann. Yeah. And I've known Paul since my early days, in 1963, 64.
That long?
Yeah, because he's the voice of there she was, just walking down the street, singing
Yeah.
I did that last night, and the whole audience finished the song for me.
So made your job easy.
Yeah. So it should be nice, and we've been digging back into my sort of my gospel history and people that I listened to and grew up with, you know. So hopefully we'll be doing stuff by Billy Preston, for example, because Billy, I did a couple of things with him as well, and he was like the world's greatest Hammond organist.
He was indeed. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we did a Billy Preston dedication last night, which was wonderful. Yeah.
So we have this with the London Community Gospel Choir.
Yeah.
Madeline is going back to her gospel roots for this one, which is in March next year at the Cadogan Hall. Yeah. Lovely, prestigious venue.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful venue.
And I get on really well with Matthew and his choir as well, because his choir will be...
So Matthew Jones is the conductor?
Yeah.
Right.
I have to say Matthew Jones because his name is really Matthew Paul Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I have to leave out the Paul, otherwise people get confused with it. And he's conducting his choir and the orchestra, and like he did at Cadogan Hall last time. Yeah. Last two times.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. So
you've got two choirs then?
Two choirs. It'll be his choir as well as...
There's going to be a lot of music there that night, I tell you.
Yeah, and the host for the evening is a really dear friend of mine named John Harding, who is helping me to tell my story. He's coming tonight, and he's bringing more transcripts.
Work for you to do, more work for you to do.
But he's been down to the house, to my house a couple of times, and he's been through all of my albums and diaries and everything, so he knows more about me basically than anybody, because he's seen it all written in black and white.
So how long has it taken to collate all of this, because you say it's still being collated?
I don't know. I've been trying to do this for the past 8-9 years, and John came one day, he just said to me, I'll help you. And he's not a writer or anything.
No, but you know, sometimes you just need a little help.
Yeah.
And from somebody who is prepared to offer it.
Yeah.
And not necessarily want anything for it.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I can see that you've got potential here to create something, but it's a bit much for you to do on your own.
On my own. I couldn't do it on my own. I don't have enough words in my vocabulary. Yeah, remember I was expelled.
Oh, you've got enough words in the vocabulary. It's just that the span of career has been so vast, you might not have the vocabulary.
And I have to tell you the reason why I was expelled. I wasn't expelled because I was naughty, a bad girl or anything.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
No, I just didn't, they weren't teaching me what my grandmother was telling me about American history. I mean, it's thanks to the internet, a lot of it's come out about what America was
really
like.
Was like. Yeah.
And my grandmother, her mother was a slave.
Okay.
Yeah, and she had to work in the main house, and my grandmother was learning how to cook when she was 7 years old, you know. So,
So if
when
you're talking, you're 80 plus now.
Yeah.
And your grandmother's mother?
Yeah.
She would have been,
My grandmother was born in 1900.
Your grandmother was born in 1900, right? Okay.
And she wasn't even my biological grandmother. My biological grandmother died in a house fire, and this woman named Madeline raised my mother and then raised me, because she was best friends with my biological.
Grandmother.
I mean, it's my story is so in depth. I mean, I just 20 years ago, my sister and I united because we weren't brought up together, and we got the same mother and father, but we were brought up separately. And I'm the spitting image of my father, and my sister is a spitting image of our mother.
Right.
It's just, So
and
all
when
of this
did you
is going in
when
the
did you all finally come together?
6 months after our mother died. My sister never got to meet our mother. I'm telling you, this is a story.
This is going to be a phenomenal biography.
My paternal grandmother was not a nice lady.
Okay.
And she threw my mother out when she was 14 years old. My mother was only 15 years and 4 days older than me, and I already had a sister. So there's a whole lot of story to Madeline Bell.
Yeah, but you know that it's not uncommon. Should we say that kind of thing is not uncommon?
Yeah. And they were married. They ran off to Mississippi and got married. My mom was 13 years old when she married my father, who was 16. She had my sister when she had just turned 14, and the following year in July she had me. And my mother was thrown out of the paternal house, and she never saw my sister again. So my sister never knew our mother. I brought my sister over to London when I received an award, and everyone in the room who knew my mom was like, "Oh God, you got giving me goosebumps," because she looked so much like our mother.
Wow!
And everyone in the room knew my mother better than my sister did. Yeah,
life deals you what it deals you, and
it's how
you just play the hand. And you know how you play that hand is really down to your own personal character, personality, mental, strength.
Yeah.
Because other people might be broken by all of that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't possibly be thriving as you are at 80 plus.
Yeah. That plus is going up next month.
But that's a good thing, because when the pluses stop going up, that's when it's a bad thing.
I keep saying I'm still breathing.
Yeah,
still here.
All these people who say, "Oh, I don't do birthdays," I say, "You better do birthdays, because when you stop doing birthdays, it's over."
And be glad that you got them.
So we are on at Crazy Cox tonight. At what time are you performing?
The times differ. Tonight is 6:30 to 7:45.
Well, early show.
Yeah, but the show was even earlier yesterday. It was 5 o'clock, from 5 till 6:15.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's confusing because the times differ, and I have to remember. Remembering the lyrics. I mean, I have my lyric book on the stage, though I don't need the book. And it's like my safety blanket.
Yeah.
It's like sucking my thumb. I gotta have that lyric book there, so I know which order. Because Ian and I tried to change it around a bit and do a different song. Last night we did a Stevie Wonder song because we hadn't done one the night before. So we take one song out and add another one in and mix up the list a bit more.
Right. So how long is the show tonight?
Hour and a quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy one.
And
in and
you
out.
have to finish in that hour and a quarter, because there's they have different acts on like half an hour after you finish,
Right.
and they need the dressing room. And there's only one dressing room, and it's tiny. And I come off stage, and there's a room full of people. I leave the dressing room, and it's empty. And I come off stage, and I can't get in because
The next lot ready to change and go on.
Yeah. But everybody gets on okay, so
It's
all
great.
right. Yeah.
Well, it's always wonderful to see you and talk to you, and we can't wait for this book to come out. I don't know when it's going to come out, but before all of that, we have this.
Yes.
Remember, next March 2027, this lady here, Madeline Bell, with the London Community Gospel Choir, conducted by Matthew Jones.
Yeah.
And something else to look forward to with Queen Madeline. Always a pleasure, darling.
Thank you, darling.
You take care. Have a fabulous show this evening.
Okay.
And look forward to seeing you soon.
All right.
Thank you for watching, guys. The BTM Club and Clusterview production. And we will see you next time. Take care.